Hey there, I'm Dr. Francesca LeBlanc, Doctor of Natural Medicine and founder of DrBusyMom.com. Today I'm going to talk to you about cholesterol, and you're probably wondering why I'm standing in front of all this stuff, right? The reality is this: we need to talk about this stuff. For decades, we've been led to believe that all cholesterol is bad, and high cholesterol leads to coronary heart disease, atherosclerosis, and all kinds of cardiovascular events. And I think we now know that cholesterol so much isn't the problem. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you didn't know, cholesterol is actually made in your liver. It is required by the nervous system to carry out so many functions, as it is by other body systems as well. You actually have two parts of cholesterol. You have the HDLs, which is good cholesterol. It's high density lipoprotein. Then you have the bad part of cholesterol, the LDLs, the low density lipoprotein. That's the number your doctor looks at when he runs your numbers on a yearly or annual basis. You know, this is the stuff that maybe prompts that doctor to say you might be a candidate for a cholesterol lowering medication. Well, why is that? Well, like I said, for decades we've been led to believe high cholesterol is a bad thing. It leads to serious consequences. And I think we all know it comes down to inflammation. Everything, all roads lead back to inflammation, don't they? So the moral of today is this: there are foods that we can eat that are going to raise the level of LDLs in the body, and there are foods we can eat that can control LDLs and control inflammation in the body, because we know elevated levels of LDLs create the inflammation, which leads to a whole host of cardiovascular events. So for instance, if we're eating too much conventional meat and poultry, and perhaps still drinking soda or cooking with a refined processed oil, even in fact, if we find that we're eating refined carbohydrates on a daily basis, all of this stuff elevates those LDLs. It creates inflammation in the body. So today's message is there are foods we can eat that do the opposite. And this is fantastic for somebody that might just be a few numbers off of that range and want to try and keep their LDLs and inflammation in check, all by what's in their fridge and in their cabinet. So as you can see, flaxseed, chia seed, pumpkin seed, raw pecans, nuts and seeds are a fantastic way to not only keep LDLs low, but control inflammation, and they're filling snacks loaded with fiber and vitamins and minerals and protein. And if you're a busy person at a desk all day, these things are easy to keep at your desk because they won't spoil. In fact, flax seeds and chia seeds have omega-3s in them, another good fatty acid which counteracts omega-6 fatty acids. So we want to make sure we're eating them. Let's throw them in a smoothie. Let's put them in different desserts, cookies, and pastries. In fact, if you need a recipe, you want to scroll on down and look for my chocolate pudding recipe, because I use chia seeds for that. Now, as you can see, we can't talk about inflammation and not discuss kale. It's a super food, you guys. Phytonutrients, trace minerals. It'll clean your blood. It controls acidity, right? Because in an acidic environment, inflammation rules. So if we can control inflammation by putting a yummy dark green leafy vegetable into our diet every day, that is such a good thing. And finally, omega-3s. If you're a busy mom watching this and you're not in my private moms only community, you've got to get on in there, because we deciphered good brands versus scam brands of omega-3s and how we can get more of them into everyone in the family. The reality is this: a really good quality omega-3 fatty acid supplement is one of my non-negotiables that I recommend to all of my patients that start treatment in our functional diagnostic medicine practice, for the simple fact that you are going to control systemic inflammation on a daily basis as long as you take a good quality omega-3 on a daily basis as well, right? Consistency is key. So hey, if you guys found today's information beneficial, I would be so honored if you would like it and share it with your friends. More importantly, there's lots of good stuff happening over at drbusymom.com, so you definitely want to jump over there and make sure you sign up for email updates. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.